devil idle hands. And idle hands, well, you know what they say, they'll find trouble. And thankfully, it worked out in my favor yesterday, but I wish I wouldn't have done it. Now, as a mentor, as an educator, as a teacher, I want you to know that I'm prone to do those things. And you think that I'm a saint with patience. I'm one of the most impatient people. I have very, 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 very small patience. But I have to work very hard to be patient as an educator. So when you wrestle with it, just know that it's not just you. I do too. Everyone else doesn't. Everybody says they don't are liars. It's liberating when you're honest. It's liberating when you come to terms with the fact that what makes you impatient is the very lack of experience and the experience of knowing how you are going to think. How will you respond to that stimuli when you see that market move a particular way, fast up, fast down, or consolidated? One of the weirdest things you're going to encounter is you'll think when the market's being held in consolidation, you feel like you're going to know how it's going to break out. And you start anticipating, yeah, I think it's going to go up there. How do you know that? How do you know that? You just started. Do you have a journal, a track record of you trading with that idea, that insight, and it works? Or are you just thinking impulsively about what you may expect in price or what you would like to see, and you're projecting your will on price in a time of ignorance as a developing student? And I don't mean that to be derogatory. I mean in terms of the lack of your understanding, the lack of your ability. That is a state of ignorance, and everyone had that in the beginning. But you have to know that you have zero or very little experience when you first start. And the experience mostly is about knowing what you're going to do that causes you to react. I'll give you a couple of scenarios. If the market runs real quick, as soon as you sit down in front of the charts and you're expecting something to happen, or you join a community, or you're in a Discord channel, or you're among a number of other people that are sharing openly what their opinions are about the marketplace or one particular market, and you're watching it. If you're brand new, and I know this is going to feel like me kicking sand in a lot of faces of people that are trying to start communities or have a community, but I really want you to be honest, okay? And think about this and apply it to yourself. Even if whatever this community is, if it's free or if it's by pay wall, know what you're paying to be a part of it, you're actually conditioning yourself to be responsive to a collective mindset that may not be all that in tune with what really is going to happen in the marketplace. In layman's terms, you're hanging around in a mob and you're thinking only based on what the collective mob mentality is going to say about that market. And if you've never paid attention to it, just watch and see how the ones that come out openly and say, yeah, I think the market's going to go up. I think the market's going to go down. That's why I love going into the handful of live streamers I like watching. And this is the only reason why I like watching it. I want to see what their audience thinks about the marketplace. I want to see how the sentiment shifts in their chat window if they make it available. Or I want to hear how they themselves, the presenters, think. If they start talking very dogmatic about how they know it's going to go up there, it's just going to have to do this. And if I see a setup, I know I got a 99% likelihood I'm going to make money there. And that sounds arrogant. That sounds condescending. It sounds ignorant to say something like that to some of you, but it's the honest truth. I'm not watching other YouTubers to learn anything. I want to see what a retail trader's mindset is about the market at the very time I'm anticipating my algorithm to spool a specific direction. And that's it. Some of them are entertaining to watch. But if you're part of a community like that, or a Discord, or Telegram, or whatever it is that you're a part of, and you don't know how to trade, you don't have a model, you don't know what you're doing, the absolute worst thing you could ever do to stifle your proper development is to be part of a group of people that are going to inspire you to do things many times after the fact. Everybody in the room will come to the consensus that, oh yeah, this market's going up after it starts running. I'm not saying there won't be rock stars amongst the community that generally get it right here and there. But what you're actually doing is you're conditioning yourself and building the wrong kind of experience. You're looking for a hand-holding experience versus how I'm teaching you. You're going to walk alone. And it sounds scary in the beginning. It sounds intimidating. And that's why I share when we do Twitter commentary, or I'll share my analysis beforehand on market reviews. I'll say, I think it's going to go here. I'm lending you my experience in the best way I can, because that way you can submit to that idea, go into the charts and study with that idea in mind, not listening to a bunch of chatter from people that may not even know how to trade, or they themselves are reacting to price and feeling impulsive. You don't know these people. You don't know what they've done. You don't know if they're really taking a trade. You don't know if they've been taking 15 trades before they even open their mouth up in these communities and they're in severe drawdown. And they just want to feel right inside by calling it publicly, but never divulging that they just went into serious drawdown or blown their account or their funded account or failed their combine. So the experience that you're trying to gain should be the proper kind of experience. That means sitting down, learning about the market themselves, whatever pursuit you're going to go after. It doesn't have to be mine. It doesn't have to be what I teach. You can apply what I'm saying today to whatever approach to trading you want to do. Because if you use these rules today I'm sharing, you stand a far better chance of being profitable with whatever I teach or what everyone else is teaching, and you have sound money management. You stand the best chance